Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today is the beginning of September's equinox that marks a massive energy shift. For anyone who's energetically more sensitive will feel this day, especially in the recent days there were many lower energy waves, something we'll be talking later, how to protect your energy, raise your energy, and how to work with the equinox that balances day and night and supports a strong energetic transition so we can raise your frequency and align with the highest potential timeline for you. Before we begin, I want to give you this quick message as I wrote for you for our Instagram community that goes like this: a massive wave of positive energies flowing towards you as you're watching this. Expect breakthroughs, miracles, and serendipities happening in your favor in the next few days. Keep rising as a fire, flowing as water, letting go as the earth, and blowing away negativity as the wind. This is an introduction, as this is the energy that comes to us through the portal of equinox. September's equinox marks the beginning of autumn in the northern hemisphere. The word equinox itself refers to the time when the day and night are of approximately equal length, which occurs twice a year around March 20 to 21st and September 22nd to 23rd. And it signifies an important event, so important that actually our ancient ancestors have built monuments, pyramids, and other structures to follow this event and to recognize the exact time and date of this event. As equinox balances the day and night, it opens a strong portal of high coherent energy that allows you to completely shift your future events if your mind is clear and body is calm. So use this day to ground your roots, make clarity in your mind, and channel your highest desires and intentions into the field of life. This is a great day of connection also with your ancestry, as something we'll be talking later. But firstly, make sure that you ground yourself. Make sure that you feel calm and at peace within your body, as what you project out is the energy you get back. So when you pay more attention to how you're feeling, you will notice that your body is calling you for something. Emotions are always signals from the body, like notifications on our phones. Your body needs something. And sometimes when our mind is not calm, our body will feel a certain sort of attention, certain negative emotions. Sometimes something around us may be happening, like in the recent days there were many waves of lower energy present around us and many people were feeling it. We will also talk about this a little bit later, how to protect yourself and how to raise your frequency beyond these lower energies. You can do that. And this equinox is really encouraging you to make a massive shift in your life, to really let go of how you don't want to live, what you don't want to bring into the future. That's why in ancient times they were burning fires during the equinox, because they were burning their past away. But before that, they did certain spiritual practices. They've prepared their bodies, their souls, their minds for this transition. They knew that the time is moving in upward spiral and we can't raise up if we don't become aware of what is anchoring us down. So they understood that we have to let go of these anchors if we want to rise up, if we want to rise like a fire. And you can recognize the fire like an element that is not affected by gravitation. It burns upwards. That's why we say follow your inner fire if you want to move upwards. And to follow your inner fire is like to follow your inspiration, to follow what inspires you in your heart, not the external influences, but the internal feeling of inspiration. And every time we follow it, we experience a heat within our bodies. In alchemy, they would say that you're now nurturing your inner fire. Make sure that it doesn't get too strong in your laboratory as your body, and make sure that it doesn't burn out. That's why when we embark on this journey of following the inner fire, we have to become aware of what Libra is reminding us. And it's interesting because the sun today enters the zodiac sign of Libra. Libra is reminding us of great balance, that we have to make sure that we are keeping it in our life. Not perfect balance, like if you're working out for 2 hours, you should rest for 2 hours. But to keep up the balance, like if you're reading a book, make sure that you also practice what you've read. If you are resting enough, make sure that you're also working and expressing yourself and putting yourself out into the field and doing the work. That kind of a balance. And if you are keeping it up, your inner fire will be burning. And as your inner fire is burning, your mind will become aware of what is not allowing you to move on with your life. And during this equinox, all these energies are much, much louder. Firstly, because of this great coherent energy, as I mentioned, because the day and night are equal, there's a strong coherent energy, and coherent energy is like laser-like energy. And you know, when you have laser-like energy, or for example, when you experience a great coherence within your body, it's like you would plug yourself to something really, really strong. And if you practice meditation on this day, like calming down your mind and calming down your body, and tap into the coherence of gratitude, of love, something that HeartMate Institute is teaching really well, the importance of heart and brain coherence, you will notice that your body will get into the state of equilibrium where you become more connected to the source that generates and objectifies matter. You will start to feel connected with all life. And once you become really, really connected and you sense the connection and you feel it even more, you wake up that sense of connection to life, then you can awaken a vision for the life you want to live. You can set an intention out for the things you already have in the future that already exist as a potential. Not like I wish this to happen, I want this to happen, but in a sense like I already have it. You send out an intention. I'm so grateful that my life is evolving in such a wonderful way, and blessings are finding me, miracles are finding me, abundance is growing as I'm a work in progress. I'm doing the work and I'm rewarded for my work every single moment. When you're sending this kind of intentions out and you feel them with your whole body, you're now working with this coherent energy. You've sent the signals out and they will come back to you in certain forms of manifestations. Equinox is really important day for working with this kind of energy work. But at the same time, you have much stronger connection with your ancestry, with your ancestors. So if you feel like you're dealing with certain challenges at this point, or you don't know how to overcome something, you can get yourself again into meditation or reflection or writing or automatic writing if you're into it, and set some questions to yourself like how to solve this, what would be potential solutions to overcome this challenge or to overcome this problem or to get over it or to heal this relationship or how to talk with that person. And you may feel that at some point something within you may awaken, like again you may experience an intense energy and you will feel inspired to write things down. That's where your ancestors start talking to you, through you. And if you're writing it, it becomes much stronger because sometimes when in meditation we experience a certain connection, we usually forget it when we step out of meditation. But when we're writing it down, that's why it's called automatic writing. You're not really conscious, or the thoughts are not really coming from your mind. they're coming through your mind and you're writing it, so you can then read it later and reflect on it and look at it objectively and see what could you actually do with it, right? So the next 2 days, you may feel much stronger connection with your ancestors as they live within your DNA. But the spirits may be watching you from higher dimensions. If you feel their presence, speak with them, as I said, through meditation or prayer. If you're dealing with anything challenging right now, get into what I said, writing, meditation, prayers, and communicate with them. Do not just pray, oh, I wish this would change, please help me here, but be constructive. Think about, this is a serious work. Think about if you would have a great teacher beside you. You would not ask that teacher to help you solve this. The great teacher would say to you, please give me an exact question you have so we can constructively find a solution. And that's what your ancestors are asking you as well. Be constructive, be really clear around. Put some effort into deep and clear thinking so you can form a question which can be answered. And that's something you really need to know right now. If you want to experience some great shifts in your life, you firstly need to create clarity in your mind so you can see in what kind of direction you want to move yourself. And then maybe in recent days, there were many lower energies that were present around us, and many of us may felt them. Have you felt them? Let me know in the comment section. So in recent days, there were many lower energy waves present, which caused potential brain fog, lack of energy, weak will, and emotional imbalance in many people. So what I want to ask you right now is to please let go of any negatively oriented thoughts right now and focus your attention to what helps you to raise to the higher energy than the slower incoherent signals of energy. And to me, what really helps me when I feel lower energy, what I do, firstly, I reflect on how my day is going, how I'm starting my day. Am I starting my day constructively? Am I start my day with a good meditation? Am I sleeping well? Am I waking up well? How do I feel when I wake up? I reflect on those things, and then I think about what could improve those things. If I'm not sleeping well, was I too stressed yesterday? Well, did I took time for calmness, for meditation, for some maybe yoga nidra, which is really good to relaxing your nervous system? You can Google it, check it up. It's really powerful. So think about that. And what helps me then to raise beyond this incoherent energy, which may be really strong or was really strong in previous days, is to have well-structured day, to start your day with a good meditation, especially one that can be a bit more intense, because sometimes when we are in lower energies, a part of us actually don't want to leave them. So when we decide to meditate, we can't really change our energy. So we need to do something intense, like intense meditations, like sometimes Kundalini yoga or Kundalini breathing and things like that. What I like the most are meditations by Dr. Joe Dispenza, because I love the music he's using, and it really helps you to connect to the field and then work from the field, create from the field, and feel the connection. So you become more energy and less matter. It's really powerful. So meditation, breathing exercises, expansion of your torus field. You can visualize how your torus field around your body is expanding. If you're a more visual person, that it's really easy for you to visualize something, you can just envision how the field around your body is expanding, especially above your head. It's going higher, and it's circulating, going around your body, and then it's again entering through your feet or through your lower root center, again circling within, through your body, around your body. And as it is getting bigger, you will feel stronger energy, your body will warm up and you will feel it. And if you're doing it for 20 to 30 minutes, after it, you will feel recharged. You will feel rejuvenated. It's a healing energy. It's Reiki energy. And it can help you to raise beyond these lower energies. But then also do something physically, like a good workout, something that promotes sweating, so you can purify your body from certain toxicity that may be present within you because of food, because of polluted air or water or whatever. Do something that promotes sweating, like go for a run, do some sprints, do a strength workout. It will help you so much. And then some grounding, earthing, that will help you to channel the lower energy and experience more coherence in your body. It will help you so much. And then if you feed your mind with books that supports uplifted mindset, like some ancient philosophy. I love Stoicism. When I'm dealing with something hard and my mind falls into my old mindset, because it's, rewriting the mind is a long process. And sometimes, even though we are doing the work for a long time, we may still fall sometimes into our old patterns. I will go and read some philosophy of Stoicism. Like I will read Marcus Aurelius' Meditations. I will read some words of wisdom by maybe Plato or Socrates, or I will just get myself into these ancient books. Sometimes I read the teachings by Thoth, the ancient Greek teacher, the master teacher, and I get myself into it so I can look at the challenge from another perspective. And that's where I noticed that actually all I can do is to focus on what is in my control, focus in what's in my power to change, and let go of what is not in my control. And then have some affirmations that resonate with you. Have some affirmations that really helps you to align yourself with the highest timeline. Especially during this equinox, you can design for yourself certain affirmations that you will be repeating for yourself every time you will notice that you're falling in lower energies or that something around you may be affecting you. Design some affirmations for the next 6 months that you will always have by your side. I can give you a few examples, like these are mine affirmations. My energy is stronger than anything that comes my way. Then the next one is, I respond to life from my inner peace. The next one is, everything is leading me to even more abundant and prosperous life. The next one is, I embrace the strength and courage of my ancestry. And the last one is, I only think the highest of thoughts that are constructive and creative for now and eternity. This one is really powerful because it reminds me that all thoughts echoes in the eternity. So when I'm really conscious about my thinking, I want to think thoughts that will be really constructive, that will help me to design the life that is really good, not just for myself, but for anyone that comes across my path. And the last thing I want to remind you is this equinox is giving you an opportunity to align with the energy of it, with the most coherent energy that can also help you to manifest wonderful things in your life. Gratitude will help you to plug to it, to stay plugged to it. So reflect on the last 6 months and express gratitude for the growth, blessings, lessons, wisdom, and strength that you got through maybe hard times, through challenges, through anything that happened, and focus on what you've learned. In all ancient traditions, they were reflecting on this day. Actually, a few years ago, I was on a ceremony where we were walking on fire. And before the ceremony, we were reflecting what we've learned, and then we took a piece of paper and we wrote down our fears, our toxic patterns, our negative habits we want to leave behind. And before we went walking on fire, it was really interesting. Before we burned that fire, we put this paper into the fire. So later when we were walking on fire, we were feeling the heat, maybe the pain, the unpleasant sensation of it, as we know that to let go of something or to leave something behind, it's not always pleasant. It's not easy to change the patterns, but every time, for example, you focus on a better habit, you know why you're doing it. And if you remember a certain unpleasant sensation, like maybe walking on fire, and that great sensation of accomplishment after you finish it, and you've noticed that it's not so hard as you've been afraid of, you notice that maybe each change of a habit works similarly. Firstly, we are afraid that we can't lose, or we can't get loose of the old patterns. But once we did it, we experience a sense of accomplishment, a sense of gratitude, a sense of satisfaction and being proud of ourselves. And it reminds us, this ritual reminds us that actually every single day we have an opportunity to burn something down so we can give life to something new. And Equinox then is reminding you that you're right now at this moment giving a birth to a new self. So be careful with that, be conscious with that, and I'm wishing you a beautiful journey. I'm wishing you a beautiful transformation. So many great, massive shifts may happen in your favor, and you're the source of it. Always remember, you are the source of it. Life is nothing but a reflection of your inner world. And of course, because collectively we may be designing something we don't want to see, make sure that firstly, individually, you get strong, and your mind gets strong, your body gets strong. So even though the collective is still in lower energy, individually you can raise yourself up and become stronger, because your shift influences the shift in anyone who's doing that work. And collectively, eventually we can get stronger, and more of us who are raising the energy will affect the collective. So more people will start raising the energy. So the raise of energy will become stronger, more coherent, and therefore it will support more and more people, and therefore it will create a beautiful domino effect or butterfly effect in the society. So I'm wishing you all the best, my friends. Much love to all of you. Thanks for watching, thanks for being here, and thanks for supporting my art in our Etsy shop, I Draw My Passion. The link is in the description of this video. We are also running a sale for the next few days, so go there and check it out. My friends, till next time, one love.